going back after this one. A few days ago, I shared a teaser image for what I'd planned to be this week's episode called The Small Steps Method. It's something I do to kind of hold myself accountable and make sure I actually release videos every single week, and it helps get me a little bit excited and fuels the content that I create. It usually gets very little attention and goes right under the radar like most of the stuff I make, but I noticed something a little odd about this one. Dead silence. No likes, comments, or anything, which isn't actually that strange for most of the things I post, but people are usually pretty supportive about my blogging project. And it usually nets a small reaction from about 5 specific people, but not this time, especially since I had expected at least a little interest considering this was the image. Pretty interesting, I thought. I definitely would have been curious about what on earth Hitler and Ali could possibly have to do with improving your life. But maybe my 5 fans were just busy. And then I got some messages. More than a couple of people expressed concern about me posting a picture of Hitler on my company's page. And while they know that I'm definitely not a Hitler supporter, they were worried about what could happen if my videos ever actually gained an audience. And that was something that could negatively affect my future. And I panicked a little. I actually considered taking the image down and explaining that it was all in service of a small joke I planned on making in the episode, connecting shortcuts to meth and Hitler and using that to explain the long road is the better one to take. But as my finger hovered over the delete button, I couldn't press it. Not because I was angry at my friends for bringing it to my attention. Please never stop doing that. I need someone to kind of watch out for me most of the time. But because they were all absolutely right. We live in the age of cancel culture, where a single joke or photo that a small group of people have a problem with can incite a mob mentality that ruins prospects, careers, and even lives, regardless of what the actual intent was to begin with. And with that thought, my slight anger turned into passion. I'm no Chappelle or Gervais, and I don't have much of a voice, but I intend to one day. So let me clear the air of a few things. First and foremost, the Starless Company will never knowingly work with anyone seeking to offend or incite hate in any way, shape, or form. We believe in love and understanding in all aspects. Next up, this company will never compromise creative passion or moral integrity out of fear. I'm not here for the likes or the shares. I never intend to have untouched money in my bank account when so many need so much. Don't get me wrong, your engagement means so much to me, and if I could, I would thank each and every single one of you personally. But my primary goal is to inspire others to create and to be as amazing as I know each and every single one of you are. And secondly, I'm here to build up my own confidence, one video at a time, to see through my own insecurities like my crooked teeth, my high hairline, and put myself on showcase every single Sunday, and maybe work up the courage to ask out the girl that I'm currently into. No, not you, Taylor. I just feel like we've grown apart over time. It's for the best, I'm sure. And last up on my rant list today, we have to stop getting so offended at every single detail. Fun fact, when you get offended, you're giving that thing control over you. If you refuse to click on any of my videos just because there's clip art of a Nazi in the thumbnail without ever actually looking into the content I've created, you're letting long dead Adolf control what you do and don't watch. And if we become too afraid to make a well-mannered joke here and there and add those images just because we're afraid it's going to hurt clicks, then eventually we'll forget what Hitler even looked like, followed by forgetting exactly what he did and how he did it. And when forgotten, history will always repeat itself, and we can never allow that to happen. In an age where it's not completely unheard of for neo-Nazis to march in our nation's capital undeterred, we have to draw a line. And with the media as corrupt and fiercely political as it is, I believe entertainment is that line. And I give you my word that the Starless Company will always fight to the end to hold that line. And wow, this got way more dramatic than I intended. And I promise that next Sunday I'll be back to our regular scheduled programming with my planned small steps method video to help you on your way to self-improvement. Thank you so much for hearing me out until the end, hopefully not thinking that I'm too crazy. And have a good week. I'll see you next Sunday.